is, there were only two questions because this is all one objective, being able to do inverse and direct all together. This first one, in which table does y vary directly with x? Directly, so if you were to divide these, you should get the same thing. So depending on where you started, if you started to divide these, you saw that this wasn't the same. So it wasn't A. 4 divided by 1 is 4, and 6 divided by 2 is 3, so it wasn't B. 5 divided by 1 was 5, and 10 divided by 2 was also 5, so it was C. Some of you were doing x divided by y instead of y divided by x, so be careful there. But as long as you showed me your work, the other ones wouldn't have matched regardless of which way you did it, so if you did all of them, but these were the same, I gave you credit for it. But if you didn't show any work, you missed a point because you have to show your work. Questions on that first one? The second one, Dakota likes to play baseball. The more he plays, the less time he has for homework. This is inverse because as one goes up, one goes down. If you got that, you got the point. If you put direct, you got half a point. Most of you got the inverse. And then how you chose to do this, whether you define one as y, one as x, it didn't really matter. You would have gotten the same answer both ways, so I'll show you that. So let's say you said the number of hours you played was your x, and the number of hours on homework was y. I'll show you the other way if you switch them. So that means if you played for 10 hours, that's also x. We're looking for how many hours, which is y. So if we're using inverse, to find k, multiply those two, which most of you got. And then also if we're using inverse, we're using our y equals k over x. We don't know y. Our k is 14, our x is 10, which would be 1.4 and then hours, which most of us got. If you switch these, let's say I made this y, this x, this y, and this x. This part will still be the same. But then if we're looking for x, we know that 10 equals 14 over x. Multiply both sides by x. And divide both sides by 10. So you did the same thing either way. So it didn't matter which one you chose as x or y in this case. Now if it says like varies inversely, then whatever comes first is your y, no matter what. But in a case like this, you can choose. Questions on this? So the 2 points down here, we're showing the work, and then the final answer, and then the point for inverse. So when we get back from break, you guys' test is the 5th. So today is a blue day. We come back to a gray day. So this will be a flex day, if I'm thinking about that correctly. Yes? So the day we come back will be a flex day. The day after that will be your test. So that will be make up anything that you're missing, flex, retake work, get help, do Delta Math, do review, and then last minute questions, and you guys will take your test that Friday when we get back. Questions on any of that? Okay. I'm leaving in 20 minutes, so as soon as the sub or another teacher gets here. You can do Delta Math, flex stuff up until then, but at that time I'm collecting everything and then you're no longer doing flex stuff. You can do Delta Math still on your own, but then I'm locking the iPad card. So if you would like to do retake work, finish an assessment, do Delta Math, be on your phone, you can do any of that. But in 20 minutes I'm taking iPads and flex day stuff, retake work back. Questions on what we're doing for the rest of the class? Okay.